What's up, fellas? Mark Parson, Cornerback Pro, former NFL cornerback of the Houston Texans and New Orleans Saints, and now I'm coaching you guys up. All right, so we're gonna talk about game etiquette and sideline etiquette. So this is during the game when you come to the sideline, how you're supposed to act. Now, I didn't think it was a big deal until I had the opportunity to help out with a high school team this year. We weren't really good, so we had tempers flaring, and guys just didn't know how to act. So I want to give you guys the professional perspective, and it's going to help you guys a lot. If you notice, I'm telling you, youth guys and high school guys, and sometimes college guys, depending on what we're talking about, I want to help you guys become a pro now. So you act as if you're a pro now. Think about how much further along you'll be. So these are the videos that really change lives. I talk about technique, strategy, all that good stuff. And of course, that's going to help you out tremendously, play better. But this is going to help you just in general, just for the rest of your lives. And that's my goal for you guys, okay? So make sure you guys email me at cornerbackpro@gmail.com. Ask me any questions. Definitely everybody who views the channel should definitely get the programs, one-on-one mastery, mind and body training program, running program, all that good stuff, so you can know how to become elite. All right, so let's talk about it. So again, this is for mostly youth in high school. My college guys, for the most part, you guys, you already know how to do this for them, how to act, because you guys are a little bit more seasoned, right? All right, so let's say, but here's the thing, and I did talk about this before. It's very important how you come off the field. So let's start off of that. So your defense, and let's say they just score. Yeah, let's say they scored. Matter of fact, they scored on you. How are you gonna act? Well, number one, never ever walk off that field. Never ever put your head down. You keep your head up. You take it like a man. It's all good. Everybody make mistakes. We're gonna get it better. You jog off the field. Never walk off that field. You jog off that field. You have your head up. Now, usually coaches have a designated area on the bench for certain position groups. This is how right here. You got the Panthers. We got our linebackers, and then we got our coach, the linebackers coach, right? All right. So now, usually, the better you get, and my goal for you guys to know, that's why when I'm training guys or teaching guys, I ask them, so what'd you do right there? And you notice how I was like, hey, so what was your thought process right there? So, but some coaches may come at you, they may already know what you did wrong. So they may come at you screaming, yelling, man, what in the world are you doing, man? Come on. Hey, yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir. It won't happen again, coach. Let them talk first of all. Don't over talk, because we hate that as coaches. Because we're humans, man. We're humans too. Um, we're viewing the game from a different perspective. So, take it, man. Learn how to take it. Football is like the closest thing to the military you're gonna get when it comes to how they talk to you. That's part of the game. You got to be emotionally, mentally, and physically tough. That's part of it. So look him in the eye, say, yes, sir. You're right. Agree with him. Don't try to battle your coach right there. Agree with him. Look, think about this, guy. When you agree with people, for the most part, don't they like you? Like, have you ever been in a room and somebody's like, yeah, man, you're right. You feel like good about yourself, and then you like, man, this guy's smart. Really, it's not necessarily that he's smart, he's just agreeing with you. All right, so yeah, man, if you want to get along with the coach, say, yes, sir, you're right. I'll do better next time. All right. Now, the coach wants to get your perspective a lot of the time. So good coaches want to say, hey, so what do you see out there? What did you see right there in that play? All right, now you need to effectively communicate. So that's the key. So players and coaches, when you come to the sideline, what is the goal? The goal is to communicate what your perspective is. So yeah, the A gap didn't get filled, so we had to do this and that. Okay. So he can adapt. All right, so he can make personnel changes or call different plays. So it's extremely important that you effectively talk to him. You're able to say, "Hey, coach, this is what happened. If it's your fault, take the blame. It's okay, and don't blame others. That's another thing. Don't. I've had guys, man, it was that guy's fault because this and that. Look, man, last thing we want on the sidelines is a fight, because everybody wants the same thing. We should want the same thing. We want to win. So like, say, hey, man, just make sure you do this, and I got your back. You know. So how you communicate with people is going to help you out a lot. Um, I remember we had a linebacker when I was playing in college. I was at Ohio University, and our run, my junior year, my junior year was awful when it comes to our run defense. And we had a new linebacker crew, and it was one of our weak areas. Okay, so the coaches were trying to figure out different strategies, schemes to come up with, so we can kind of hide that not put too much um responsibility on the linebackers. But linebackers are key for a game. So I remember one time we like sometimes we would maybe give up a little short pass or whatever, and we make the tackle. And the linebacker, who was for the most part the issue, he would always come up to us like, "Hey man, what you doing?" We'd be like, "Bruh, what are you talking about, man? You just gave up 250 yards on because you're not filling your gap." So now we arguing. You understand? So that's not how you do it, man. You handle your position group. Now, if you want to encourage people, great. Encourage, like, hey, look, come on, let's go, baby. We got you. Keep working. Anything you need from me, let me know. You want to encourage each other, all right? Because remember, you're on the same team. Now, with that being said, I want to tell you a couple of stories. When I was at Ohio University, my freshman year, we were playing Bowling Green, and it's a funny story because my coach, he's a DC. My cornerbacks coach at that time was Fred Reed. He's the DC at Syracuse, if I'm not mistaken. He's a DC. So at that time, he was our cornerbacks coach. And we were playing Bowling Green, and they fumbled the ball, right? And everybody's trying to jump on it, and it ends up in a Bowling Green receiver's hands in the end zone, so they score. So we come to the sideline, and we go to the bench where we're supposed to sit, just like these linebackers are, this linebacker coach. We sitting right there. And I'm a rook right there, right? I'm a freshman. And my boy Marcus Parham, which I have an amazing interview. Definitely, I think I put that in the programs. Definitely check out the interviews, man. See, those are the things that people don't really understand. Those are life-changing information that really get you right. But so he's like, it's almost like he's in a full set panic. Like he wasn't yelling at the coach, but he was like, "Oh man, yo, coach, they did this and that." So coach he's from Southside Chicago, right? So he's a straight hood dude. He's funny, man. Coach Reed was like, took a step back, and then he grabs Parham by the shoulder pads, like beside, and starts shaking him, right? I'm talking about, imagine his head bobbing back and forth. I'm talking about forcefully. But he was like, calm down. We're on the same team. And somebody in the stands was like, 27, you're getting manhandled by your coach, because it was a away game. And then Parham just sat there like, what just happened? The point is, hey, understand that the coaches are human too, man. So when you don't know how to communicate, when you have a certain tonality in your voice, it's like, bro, wait a minute, you coming at me like that, So the point is, you don't want people to be offended when you're talking to authority, if anything. Obviously the coaches could be yelling, dog cussing you out. You're a player. You take it. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. That's how it is in the military. That's how it is in ball, man. It's just the way it is. It's always been like that. And when you become a coach, if you do, whatever your strategy or style is, cool. So I just want to explain that to the young generation now, because it's a little different, man. Guys actually talk back to coaches. It's weird. I'm like, what in the world? So the point is, hey, communicate. Like, hey, coach, this is what happened. My fault, or we'll do better the next play. Okay, cool. Let's adapt. Let's figure out what's going on. Communication. So you guys come up to the sideline, get some water, rest your feet. If you in high school, you probably playing both ways. I rarely came to the sideline, so that's very important. Get some water. Talk to the coach, even if it's only like 1 minute. It may be 30 seconds. Talk to the coach. Tell him what your perspective. Listen to what he has to say, so we can get better. Rest your feet, get some water, and then you can stand up or whatever y'all do. Okay? Because a lot of coaches don't really like guys sitting on the sideline. But this is just for you to catch your breath and for us to communicate and adapt. I've seen coaches look, especially in NFL. Man, we come into the game with a game plan, and it's not working. So we gotta scrap that and come up with a whole new. We gotta adapt, and come up with a whole new game plan immediately. So you gotta be on the same page, players. So I'm gonna give you another story. I didn't realize this was even happening. That's the wild thing. Like, when I came back to help out with this high school team, it was wild. So this is what happened. We had to pull up a young kid up from JV because our cornerbacks, we actually had a strong DB core, but a couple guys left because of situations, with parents and stuff. So they had to leave. Like, well, I'm not gonna get into that. But a couple guys were hurt, so we had to pull some guys up. And one guy who made some nice plays in the game, when bad stuff happens. So I'll give you an example of a play. Let's say the quarterback roll out to the right, you're the left corner, you're supposed to be in cover 3, but for whatever reason, you think you're supposed to go sack the quarterback. leaves his receiver streaks, and they scored 80-yard touchdown. So now you come off to okay, you messed up. I think for the most part, I think you would know that, right? So my personality in the game, I'm rah rah in practice, so I can get you going. But in the game, I'm really calm. Like I talk like this. All right. So he come off the field. First of all, he's walking. I'm like, no, man, jog off the field. Got his head down. I hate that. No coach likes that. You think a guy, if you trying to play college ball, no, what you think a college coach is thinking? Bro, he can't take adversity. Look, cornerback, look, you will get beat at cornerback. How are you gonna respond? That's just how it is, right? So he comes off the field. I just said, hey, so I don't yell like I don't be yelling. I said, hey, so what did you do wrong on that play? Yeah, I know, I already know. Nah. So you walking, got your head down, you can't look your coach in the eyes and say, look, come over here. What did you do wrong in the play? I want to know what you did wrong. So if you know how I teach, I want you to know what you did so that you don't repeat the same mistake. And that's how progress is made, right? So let's say do you know the coverage? If you don't know the coverage, okay, we gotta make sure you communicate the call. Do you know that you're not supposed to do that? So when I said that to the young kid, I said, "Hey, so what did you what were you doing on that play? What were you doing on that play? What did you do wrong?" And he just keeps walking like, "Yeah, I already know." And I'm like, nah, bro, come over here. You can't, and he can't even listen. He has his head down. I'm like, all right, so tell me. Oh man, what was the linebacker? Because the linebacker didn't do this and do that, so I had to do that. I said, bro, you are not supposed to. You got deep third. You got to repass first, man. There's no way you're supposed to come up into. So now he put his head down again and turned his back. I said, all right, man, don't worry about it. Hey, give me a new corner, man. You know. So I got a new corner in there. Cause I ain't what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna argue you. I'm gonna argue with a football player. No, man, just give me a new guy. So the new guy comes in there. So then I look around. I look back in like 5 minutes. No, like I look back in like 20 seconds. This kid is on the track, walking back and forth with another guy. You know how somebody looks when they getting held back, like oh man, oh, no, no. Like bruh, so I'm like, yo, this kid can't be serious right now. And I understand that you guys are young, but man, that is not good football etiquette. That is terrible. Yeah, look, forget getting recruited for college. You won't play on the team that I'm coaching. All right. So I go over there. I said, hey man, what are you doing, man? I don't go all the way. I said, look, what are you doing? You know? I said, bro, if you want to be on the team, man, just go home. Your girlfriend and your parents in the stands. Just go ahead, go up home. Go in the stands. So my thing is, like, bro, you can't do that, fellas, young guys. You have to be emotionally, mentally, and physically tough, especially when you got a guy like me. I'm a player's coach, if anything. I'm not really, I don't like, I'm not a coach. I don't desire to be a coach. I just want to help people, right? But I'm not a rah-rah military type dude. So if you can't take me asking you that, you have no chance in football. You might as well go pick up something else. Go pick a different lane. All right. So you got to learn how to be emotionally tough and you got to learn how to communicate. All right, express yourself in a respectful way to authority, to your coach. And now he can say, okay, I trust this guy, right? I trust this guy. And that's what happened that's how one of our guys got recruited. We were on the we only won like 2 games that year. We got the starting quarterback, new fresh to quarterback, but his attitude, how he communicated on the field, on the sideline and how he acted is why all the coaches went to bat for him with the college coaches. We like, look, you need this guy on your squad. You need this guy. Yeah, we went 2-11 or 2-10, 9 or 8, whatever it was. But this guy, he played every position on the field. He did whatever we asked him to do. He's athletic. He has a 3.8 GPA. All right. And man, in adversity, he was like, I got you, coach. Those are the guys who get recruited. Those are the guys who get scouted. If you college guys don't think that the NFL coaches and scouts go and talk to the coaches, you're in for a rude awakening. All right. So I just want to share that with you. Football etiquette, man. Sideline game etiquette. It's about communicating and adapting to situations and adversity. You got to be able to relax, express yourself, make it happen. All right. Make sure you guys email me at cornerbackpro@gmail.com. Get better every single day. Peace.